Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone and Happy New Year! Welcome to another episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V in 2018. Thanks for watching. Over the break that we've had over the holiday, I caught myself up a bit on the Supergirl TV show, and I really wanted to talk about it because I really think it's really great. They had an episode where they returned back to home, and they did a flashback where they cast two really great actors to play young Kara and young Alex. And I thought, at first when I saw them, I thought Alex looks really a lot like Chyler Leigh, but the Melissa Benoist girl didn't look as much like. But when they started acting together and doing the mannerisms and talking and moving about and holding their face in certain ways when they said things, I said, these girls could be. Now the issue anytime that they cast flashback actors is most people already have their face at a certain age, and they pretty much stay the same with slight changes. Obviously bone structure gets heavier and stronger, and you gain wrinkles as you age and that sort of thing, but the face you could see is still there when they grow up, what they look like when they were very young. So neither of these girls looks enough like them that they could be them, but the acting was so good that they must have studied their performances for so long so that they could mimic certain ways that they got ideas and points across. So I was really, really impressed, and I really loved it. There was also a sequence where they were trying to encrypt something on a computer, and young Kara said to young Alex, Clark even has a friend named Chloe who can break these sort of things. She even has this whole wall of weird, and I almost lost my mind because I thought it was so awesome. And I know that they do homages to all the shows, previous in movies and things. They had the shot of her punching her aunt through the sky, and they mimicked what it looked like in Man of Steel when Superman was punching Zod, and they do things like that. But this was a direct connection callback to a character that existed in a previous incarnation and hasn't existed anywhere else. So I was really happy that I had to go back and watch it again. I just really enjoyed it. And so the issue a lot of times with these types of shows is they're not really ever going to get recognized by anyone for quality or for acting ability. No one on these shows gets awards, although Supergirl, the TV series, has won some of those science fiction awards. I guess Saturn for like best sci-fi show, or Melissa Benoist wins on Kids' Choice Awards for best newcomer and stuff. But they don't really get recognized for their actual acting ability on real, SAG awards or Emmys, or they don't get recognized on those types of degrees. And I thought those two girls were so good. Not necessarily to say they'd be nominated, but just the idea that they could really mimic who they were supposed to be, and you could see them growing up into those people. And speaking of acting, Chyler Leigh on an episode previous had to make the decision that she was going to break up with Maggie Sawyer because Maggie doesn't want kids and Alex does, and she had decided previously that she was just going to live with it, and she was just going to love Maggie because she really needed to be with her and she loved her. But she came to the realization that she couldn't spend the rest of her life not having the kids she wanted. And her performance, when she ran out of a performance, she was in watching Rain's kid, before she became Rain, perform and sing. You guys saw it, and those of you who didn't, you gotta start watching Supergirl. I would give her an award for something. I mean, the problem is, I guess it's only one episode, and they look at the overall, and most of the time, no one's having like a breakdown in that way, but I would nominate her over many of the actresses I've seen nominated. I thought it was so well done when she just broke down and told her that she really wanted kids, and she cried, and I just thought the acting was superb. And look at me now. It really moved me, and I love this show. A lot of guys are turned off by it because it is emotional, And maybe they make it this way because they think more girls are watching a show like Supergirl. But I really think it's great, and I really think if you're not watching it, you should be. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky.